I chose Puerto Rican Federal Affairs Administration Introduction of RodBlagojevich. RodBlagojevich was the 40th governor of Illinois. I happen to live pretty close to Illinois, so this interested me. Rod served from January 13th, 2003 to January 2009. And this video shows an introduction of Rod based on someone who's very interested in immigration and immigrants, namely the governor of Puerto Rico, Billy Ocasio. Billy Ocasio has a lot of energy. That's the first thing I noticed, and I really appreciated his energy in his introduction. You can't help but feel his enthusiasm for this new governor. But the introduction starts with a hook. On behalf of the community, he goes back 40 years to June 12, 1966, when the Humboldt Park riots happened. The Humboldt Park riots were kind of special to Chicago, where the Puerto Ricans were racially discriminated against. They were actually going to a parade for John the Baptist, which is the inspiration for San Juan, which is the capital of Puerto Rico, and they were there to celebrate. And somehow a skirmish started, and the police ended up killing 3 Puerto Ricans. I think 3 Puerto Ricans, 97 were wounded, and 164 Puerto Ricans were arrested. The police officers sustained wounds as well. 56 police officers were wounded, but this division became kind of a sore spot between the Chicago Police Department and the Puerto Ricans living in Chicago. It had a lasting legacy for years, and so this is a strong hook to the community that he's trying to speak to, these Puerto Ricans that are living in Chicago. And then he kind of transitions from the first hook to kind of a second hook, which is, how can you commemorate riots? He actually asks that as a question, which kind of, now he's going to start proposing an answer. The answer is that not everyone advocates violence, but we need to solve racial division. And so he starts talking about some things that are really important to him and to the Chicago governor. And then he transitions from that to advocate for future needs. Let's look at what you've done. And he's talking about the people and what they've done to help the racial sentiments dissipate. And he starts introducing the congressmen and other people in the community that have been elected. And then he introduces the hero, the governor, Rod. And then he brags about Rod by talking about how he's helped the community get good schools and colleges. He's been a fine example as the son of an immigrant. As a little side note, beyond the assignment, Rod Blagojevich was impeached and sentenced to 14 years of jail time in a federal prison for the crimes that he committed while he was governor. He apparently sold a seat to the ambassadorship, and was later, after this video, was kind of disregarded as not a very good governor or effective governor, which is what the second video I posted is about. If you're interested, feel free to watch that. Thank you.